the props, doesn't contain the match that we are expecting here, this prop.match, is because we're not passing it from the parent component, which is the whiteboard. So if we go to whiteboard, we need to pass in the props, but the whiteboard itself is not keeping track of any of the properties, and the only way to keep track of the properties is to, in the constructor, declare that any properties should be kept track by the parent component. Right, so there it is. So now our component is keeping track of all the properties, and what we're going to do is that we're going to pass along all those properties down to the course editor. But we'll do that is we'll use the dot 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 notation, right, which is going to just copy all the properties that we have down to the properties in the course editor, which will be available now through the props argument in the constructor of the course editor. So if we go back and we refresh, there it is, right? So here we have all the properties that our parent component had, and it's passing along the parameters, the path of the ID, right, the URL, and included this params map, right, that has the name of the parameter that we named in the URL, and indeed has a value 123 that is in the parameters. So that course ID here is matches the name that we gave it in the whiteboard when we declared the URL, the path. Here it is. So edit course ID. So it's what the route library does is it parses the path in the URL, and it matches into what we want to call it here using this colon. Colon means that this is a placeholder that is going to match some value and is going to be mapped into that name, and then conveniently pass along here in the match. We can perhaps we only care about the params, right? And we could display just params in the course ID, or we just went the course ID. There it is. And indeed we have 1, 2, 3. Once we have the 1, 2, 3, we could perhaps use to load the particular course. So we'll do that next.